I wanted to take some time to think about the changes to the Carnival VIFP program before I actually said anything. So, before we go into the changes, I want to talk about I've been platinum for probably 5 years or so, right around COVID. I became platinum right after COVID. So, I am more than halfway from platinum to diamond. I have about 50-ish days left to sail, less than 50 if you count my booked cruise. So I've gone on 19 out of 21 cruises with Carnival. I've done more than three journeys cruises. I've done a lot of 7s, a lot of 8s, a few 5s, a few 4s, the gambit of everything. I've done inside, I've done ocean view, I've done balcony, I've done aft wrap, corner suite, I've done them all. So to me, the biggest perk for Carnival with their current loyalty program is Laundry 1, Priority Boarding, Priority Line, at Guest Services. Those are the three, maybe Priority Tendering, but the big one that keeps me wanting to prioritize Carnival, especially for longer cruises, is laundry. I know laundry's not that expensive. I know I can do it with other lines, but the ease of just like, hey, I can pack 5-ish days worth of clothes. I can save on bags. I don't have to fly with as many bags. I don't have to fly with as many clothes. I have laundry. It's a very good thing. Also, if you have kids, you know that I normally travel with kids, that there are a lot of things that will help with a cruise involving laundry. Spill on their clothes during the day. You gotta wear an extra outfit sooner. Whatever. You need to all fit in a smaller vehicle, or you don't want to take 2 vehicles. Great. Laundry is a big perk. Laundry is the thing. We've got a Princess cruise coming up next year. I know Princess is in the Carnival Corporation. We've got a Princess cruise going to Alaska. I've also done Norwegian. I'm not saying I don't like any other cruise lines, but I've done 19 out of 21 cruises with Carnival. So it took me 2 minutes to get all that. So now going into their new changes, it is changing to where it is going to be harder to become platinum and diamond, and it is going to be harder to stay platinum and diamond. You will have to spend a certain amount of money. If you don't gamble, you have to spend almost $17,000 per person to be able to continue to have that laundry perk and a few other things, but the biggest one is laundry to me. So to me, the biggest thing that I dislike about this program is that it's not in addition to. Christine Duffy said, if everyone's special, no one's special. There are very few other cruise lines that only have 4 levels. So now they're going to have gold, or red, gold, platinum, and diamond. All these other cruise companies have many, many, many more levels, with the highest tier being something astronomical that most people can never achieve. But if you get there, you get this, this, and this. I think Norwegian's highest level, you get a free cruise. Hello, like, talk about a good perk. But you have to sail like 7,000 regular days to get it. So it's not an easily achievable thing, but it's like, hey, eventually I might be able to get that if I only cruise Norwegian. Now, I was already branching out and trying different cruise lines because Carnival to me wasn't the same value it used to be. It is very expensive for a drink package. There's no way to only get one adult in a room a drink package. Their internet's gone up. Obviously, I know this is the same industry wide, but when you have, I was looking on a cruise out of LA or Long Beach, and Carnival was doing a 14-day Hawaii cruise, and Princess was doing a 16-day Hawaii cruise. The 16-day Princess was probably like $50-ish cheaper per person per room category, like whatever. It was just a little bit cheaper all around, and you get 2 more days. And for what I would pay for one person to get the drink package and one person to get Wi-Fi, I can have 2 people get the drink package and Wi-Fi and a couple like casual meals and with their plus. Or could pay a little more and get their premier. Yeah, premier. So not only is Carnival taking away their loyalty status for longtime cruisers, I've been cruising for over a decade, it also is making it less of a value. So you're taking away things, taking, but you're not reducing the price. And the biggest thing for me is I'm platinum, my mom's platinum, my sister is platinum, my brother is platinum, my dad is almost platinum. We're 1 or 2 cruises away from him being platinum. My other sister is 1 or 2 cruises away from being platinum. And it's like, I'm never gonna spend $16,000, $17,000 in 2 years. I'm never going to do that. I do qualify for the credit card. I could get the credit card and try to do it that way. But why? In my opinion, they should have taken a rewards-based program and the loyalty-based program. Now you can up the tiers. I'm just saying, Carnival doesn't have great perks for their loyalty program. I think Royal, with their so many free drinks a day, I think it starts at 4 for a certain level and then goes up to, I think, 6. You get a discount on internet, you get a discount on this, and whatever. Holland America, once you reach a certain level, your mini bar is half off, you get free laundry, you get other things, and a higher caliber of service. I think Carnival's got some old ships in need of repair. I just got off the Breeze in April. It's not an old ship. I went on it when it was a couple of years old. It was a beautiful ship. It is not being taken care of. Things are breaking. The floor in my room was soft. And I'm not saying it's not, they can do what they want. They can do what they want. But when MSC and Virgin offer match, when I was already looking at Princess, again, I know the same corporation, when I was looking at a 4-day Royal Caribbean for me and my husband, less than $950 in an inside. Why would I sail Carnival when I can get the same thing on Royal Caribbean and just work back up to status? Because if I'm not feeling valued and you're constantly devaluing my experience, Forbes did an article on this, and they had people saying, this is not the way to go. This is not the way to go. So what are your thoughts on it? Is it going to make you try other cruise lines? MSC is coming to Galveston. I love that. I was already looking at other cruise lines, but I got married last year. Our honeymoon we did on Norwegian. It was supposed to be on Princess. Princess canceled last minute. That's a whole nother story. Well, the reason I didn't pick Carnival was because, we could, for what I paid for a balcony on Princess with their premier package, I paid less than $3,000. For the same thing with not premier, with just their drink package, it would have been about $3,500 for Carnival for 2 people in a balcony in the off season. So when you're pricing it like that, there's no reason to continue booking. There's just not. Why would I continue booking when I'm not feeling valued, when you're not bringing value to the brand, when your ships are kind of falling apart, when on your newer ships you're making rooms smaller, when you're taking away the perks, when you've been scaling back since COVID, and the perks you did have, you changed the way they were offered. You no longer offer like being able to get in your room as soon as you get on board. You can drop your stuff off, but that's not the same thing. They used to send you a chocolate delight or strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries on the first formal night. Well, now you have to call and ask for them. And I have yet to ask for them early enough in the cruise to actually get strawberries, because I just forget, because I didn't think that, it just didn't cross my mind. They've taken away free room service, and other cruise lines are doing things where, like on Norwegian, we went last October, November. On Norwegian, I was able to order dinner for room service for dinner, and they charge me like $8. I will pay $8. I will pay a flat fee. But when you offer a total of like 10 or 12 different items, including like pizza and stuff, and it's pay per item, and I've already paid to be here, and and internet's almost $30 a day per person that wants internet. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments. Obviously, I'm looking elsewhere. What are y'all gonna do? Do you think they're gonna change their mind? Is this gonna make y'all cruise elsewhere? Because let me tell you, MSC is looking fabulous. I have one cruise booked next year on Princess, and I have another cruise booked on Carnival. If I could, I would probably get my deposit back, but I don't think I can. And I do want to go see Celebration Key, Celebration K, whatever. But I don't know. I've just got a lot of feelings about this, a lot. So I don't know. I'm just disappointed. I was so excited. I was thinking they were going to make new levels. For y'all that have stayed this long, I'm sorry. I was thinking they were going to make new levels with the Carnival loyalty program. I was thinking they were going to make better rewards. Maybe copy the drinks from Royal Caribbean per day. Maybe offer a discount on internet. I don't know. I'm just so frustrated. Like, I don't know. There was many of the cruises that I've taken on Carnival that I probably could have gotten a very similar deal on Royal Caribbean or on Norwegian or on another cruise line, and I just didn't, because it's like, well, I'm already sailing on Carnival. I'm so close to being platinum. I want to work my way to being diamond, and now I feel like I've sailed for a decade, and now you didn't tell me when I was earning them that they would expire. So, and the change they did in about 2012, they grandfathered the older people in. So like, if you were already platinum, if you were already diamond, or I don't know if they had diamond at the time, but I knew someone who had sailed 10 cruises and became platinum before the change went into effect. And then the new change was you had to have sailed 75 days. They were still platinum because they had made 10 cruises before that, but it just took them longer to become diamond. And I don't know, I feel like I've been there, done that. I've done probably 18 cruises, 19 cruises out of Galveston, and I've gone to a lot of the same ports. I was already gonna change some of my traveling to Florida just to experience new ships, experience new destinations, and now we're gonna prioritize new cruise lines. Not that I'm never gonna sail Carnival again, but I just feel like this was very underhanded. Thank y'all for listening.